Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. If you can see someone's legs in the background just then, that's Sanaya. So, first of all, thank you to all our new listeners, new watchers, new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. But the podcast has been doing very well recently with the latest sort of show reviews as the season started. So, any new listeners, new subscribers, we do appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We come out with content at the minute, almost like every day, but it's
Yeah,
generally two or three podcasts at least a week, show reviews. We get people on at the studio. If it's just like a normal chat
clickbait.
with me and Reese, they're like the OG episodes. So if you want to listen to some OG episodes, go back. We got loads.
Yeah.
So today is review on PCA Saxon Classic and also a quick review on the GCB UK, which was the Granite or Granite. You choose.
Granite, mate.
I don't know.
Finn said to me today
I
in the
think
Finn said to me in the gym, we were posing, and he was like, "Oh, you see the Granite show?" And I was like, "It's Granite, bro."
no. It's you can say it either way though. It's like scone and scone.
I don't think it is, mate. It's
What do
Granite.
you say? What do you say for that?
It's scone, but you'd say scone because you're up north.
Exactly. You can say it
But
either way. So
say combine harvester, say harvest.
my accent isn't even. It's not very northern anymore. Combine harvester, I wouldn't say weird anyway. It's like no. Like my mum says no.
What about turnips?
Turnip. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry guys. Let's talk about the show. Right. Let's get the I actually need to get it up. So you chat away, mate. What is there
Okay.
anybody worthy of noting first of all before we even go on to the reels and everything? Anybody that stood
Um,
out from any shows
oh
over
no,
the
it's more so my opinion on the Saxon Classic or whatever it's called. That a few years back, I remember when I did 2021 PCA, and that was like one of the best shows. Like that was like a big
what?
show.
When was it though? Was it later in the year?
No, 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 it was one of the early ones. It was like a big show, like it's a fairly big show. And it seems to be like now, especially with the first timers, it's like if you're not a first timer, just like the shows at the start of the year, it's just like they get better, but they are pretty quiet. Like there was a lot of classes that I saw from the reels that had like two, three people in. I thought the overall winners, like the bodybuilding overall, and is it go he's an IFBB pro. It's his brother. He works at Grow
His
Room.
name's Ryan Gomez.
Gomez, yeah, I know that's his surname. He looked good. He looked really good. Looks weirdly like it's just a smaller version of his brother, which you could guess. I mean, genetics are going to be pretty much
I
the
think I've
same.
seen his brother. I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, yeah. His brother is I can't remember who he was coached by. Martin Winston, I think, who just seems to be collecting pro cards for fun. But that was last year.
Bring back
Um,
Martin. We're going to get him on.
yeah, we are. So that'd be cool. But yeah, he looked really good. I thought away from that, again, I hadn't really paid too much attention. I knew the guy that won the junior men's physique. He's a real nice lad. He did like a holiday diet and then jumped into a show. And it was a shame that like there was only one guy in his class because junior men's physique is usually pretty okay. But yeah, he only ended up playing like it was only one other person. But I thought the standard was pretty meh across the board for the vast majority of classes, if I'm honest. But I
Yeah.
thought
So
the winners
this is
and the overall winners were
obviously.
pretty good.
Sorry, mate. I was going to say this is like in comparison to the first timers show
Yeah.
last week, 2 weeks ago. Was it?
Mhm.
I think it was only a week ago.
Um, yeah, a week ago.
I'm pretty sure it was because we had
Yeah, it
Tom
was,
on, didn't we? Yeah,
yeah, it was.
30th, first time is 30th of March, Hull, 7th of March, 7th of April, sorry. These are the notes, guys. Again, shout out to Shannon doing the research behind the scenes. So, 1 week later, obviously this wasn't a first timer show, so you would expect the standard to be better, but
Nope.
it wasn't, or it was at least it wasn't a lot better. I think there definitely were some like better, like there were people that did stand out. Like for example, the bodybuilding winner this week, like you said, like he's pretty good.
Way better than Tom. Way better than Tom.
Yeah. Right. So junior bodybuilding starting off. I think there were two people in it. Obviously, Tom didn't do this. So Tom, who we had on, he went into classic, didn't he? He said he was just going to go into that the classic with the men, basically.
Yeah,
He would have won this.
yeah, definitely.
Then, so second place, James Galloway. Not a bad physique. Neither of them had bad physiques. Both needed to be
I'm gonna be
leaner.
honest. I'm surprised. I'm surprised this guy won. Like he's a fair bit
Yeah, to be
softer.
fair, he's quite a bit softer than than James, but he's
Yeah,
just got more muscle and slightly better shape. I think his posing was probably better as well.
yeah.
James's quads were decent, but
Everything
again,
else is
yeah, they stand out as looking pretty lean because everywhere else isn't.
yeah. So your eyes are drawn to like some well detailed
Yeah.
quads.
And
Very
whereas here,
nice.
you go, oh, he's pretty soft, but he's bigger. His overall shape was better. But yeah, not the best of standards in regards to the junior class.
Hmm.
Which, to be fair, like we said last week, was a really good class. So then on to novice bodybuilding. Fourth place, Jamie. Again, decent quads. Needs to be a lot leaner. Midsection, not great. Quads are decent. I feel like people's quads tend to. It looks as though people find like their quads come in. Like I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with this one. It's blurry.
looks okay. I think this is James. Let me talk about this guy. This is James Cookie
James
from
Cookie,
Leicester.
not Cook.
No, it's Cookie. That's literally how you pronounce his surname. Though that's what he says. That's what everyone calls him. So
Yeah, people will
yeah,
call
it's James.
it Cookie, but you don't. You don't
Yeah.
pronounce it
No, but
Cookie.
he introduces himself as like people call him Cookie. So
Yeah, that's
James Cook,
fine.
James
I
Cook.
had a mate called Cookie because his name was something Cook. His surname isn't Cookie.
No, but that's what people call him. It'd be like saying this is Reese Fit. Okay, my name isn't Reese Fit, it's Reese Pearson. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not being like
Yeah,
his
but you wouldn't
surname is
call him James Cookie. You'd call him James Cook or Cookie.
no, but James Cookie, that's what people used to call him. That's what I was told. Mate, I've known this guy for years. Literally,
Yeah,
I
carry
trained
on.
my original gym. Regardless, mate, my original gym that I trained out of, Jordan, lad that I was a few years older than me, was like the big dude in the gym. He was like best mates with him at the time. So he's in his 30s, looks pretty good. The
Yeah, he's got
only
a lot of muscle.
ish, yeah, mate, he looks really good in person. Like this, and I said to Sanaya, I almost kind because he listens to all the podcasts, he watches them all. So James, you'll be watching this, I'm guessing. How you doing, mate? Hopefully all is good. You looked way better at like 8 weeks out, like in comparison to like a couple of weeks before. I think I'm not too sure how things were, but I said to Sinai, it wouldn't surprise me if he was to say to me, "Hey Reese, can you just give me a hand for the last couple of weeks?" Because I don't think his head fell off. But at 8 weeks out, mate, he was like legitimately striking distance. And I think he probably got to the point where you don't have that much to come off. So you're trying to balance things, but then you almost start to fade slightly. Because I
Or you
actually
get to
looked
that
through
point
his
where performance just starts to take a hit and you just look,
yeah,
well,
yeah, exactly. Because I looked through his Instagram because he didn't even post that he did this show, and like, mate, he looked. This does not do him like this does him a disservice for
you
how
can
good
tell
he
that
looked
he's
at.
got a good physique, but
Yeah, he
not
has got a good physique, but it's just I think probably maybe nailing that final week, keeping stress low, keeping training in a good groove, and like I think he could have potentially done like really well if he was at 100% because he was dropping weight. I was looking through some of his updates where he was putting like he was still losing weight, but he wasn't looking any better. And he was like 4 kilos down from 8 weeks out in comparison to 2 or 3 weeks out, but looked softer. And when that happens, it's a bit like, something's probably not gone too well. So I said to Sinai, it wouldn't have surprised me before if he just said, "Hey mate, any chance you can give me a helping hand?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, 100%," because he's got really good potential and he's a really nice guy. So yeah, James Cook or Cookie, as Finn would love to be like, "Oh, his name isn't that, his name isn't this."
I
Yeah.
guarantee I can just guarantee you don't say his surname is not Cookie, it's Cook.
Yeah. All
But
right,
you can
mate.
call him Cookie.
All right. Right, Finlay. That guy, mate, doing the front double bicep and rear double bicep. Is that him? Is that one of his clients? I
It's
think
one of
that's
his
the guy
clients.
competing.
Yeah,
Look
no,
at it.
it's one of his clients.
Is it AMS, whatever his name is?
AMD.
AMD. It's a fun story about this guy, Finn. Do you remember? I beat him and he put up a comparison of me and Axel from the back, didn't do the front, and he was like, I should have won. And then he
Oh,
got some comments
was
like,
that him?
yeah, yeah. So me and Axel beat him and basically he put up like a back photo and he was like, should have won. And he got a few comments like, really shouldn't have, bro. And he deleted it after like 2 hours.
And this
So
is Neil that won the novice class. Really good to be fair. Definitely deserved to win.
yeah,
His glutes. Good
very nice
condition for a
glutes.
novice. Very nice glutes, mate.
Yeah, really, really nice glutes. That's a nice shot as well.
Good standard for
Oh,
novice.
yep. Bending over. That's a rear double glute spread. Things
Yeah,
you love
give
to
us a
see.
really glute spread on the floor. To be fair, he's peeled to be fair. He looks very good.
Yeah, it does look good. I hadn't seen this guy, I don't think. I think I was more so looking at James's
I
like look.
I'm sure if I don't follow him, I'd be surprised. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sure I followed him for quite a while. Like, I recognize his name. I don't think I've like spoke with him, but I recognize his name. So he won the novice. Go back onto the PCA page again. Like, to be fair, for
How does,
novice standard,
how does how does a novice work at a PCA? Because I know they do first time shows. Is it literally just because I didn't think they even did novices? I, for some reason, never think to myself PCA novice. I'd just be like open into an open
pretty
class. Do
sure
you know?
it's just if you've not placed before or not placed top two. Some federations it's top three, some federations it's top two, some it's even if you've not won a show. I'm not sure exactly what
Yeah,
it is in PCA. I'd have to double check. Right,
yeah.
so we've been on to these novice bodybuilding. So then on to classic bodybuilding short. Fourth place, Thomas Jones. Third place, Anthony Barton. I'm just going to stop if it's somebody we know. Okay, so this is the guy that you said that we know, or
Yeah,
you know. The guy
yeah,
that was in the gym today.
yeah. Yeah. I said
I've
to
never
Finn, I
heard
was
of
like,
him.
oh, he'd be someone. Yeah, engineer muscle. So he does. I think if I just said he makes L-carnitine, that's a little bit of an insult to him because he probably does a lot more than that. But he seems like a cool dude. He trains out of Ultraflex Derby. I think he's coached by Martin as well, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Funnily enough, that dude in the middle of his before and after, the Asian dude, he came up to me at a gym in Leeds, and he was like saying to me like 2 to 4 weeks. He was just asking me loads of questions, and he was like, he was a really nice guy. And I said to him, I was like, "Do you have a coach?" And he was like, "Yeah." And this is the first time I actually heard of this guy, and he sent me his account.
yeah.
And ever since then, I don't know if I followed him immediately, but he seems like a really nice dude
It was really
doing
good.
cool stuff with Elkanah. Yeah, he's engineered muscle sort of company, I guess if you call it. Seems to be doing well. But that being said, L-carnitine seems to be the craze right now. But I think he'd be someone who'd be good to get on the podcast in relation to L-carnitine. He's a
Oh
bit of a
yeah,
bro, but he also knows his stuff,
what a shot that is.
which is good. Oh yeah,
Save,
Riz, we definitely want to get you on the podcast so
definitely
we can show
saving
you
that.
you are Riz.
Save
Yeah,
that one.
quick save that.
I've saved it. So
Yeah.
obviously you said that in the gym today, like, oh, he'd be good to get on. And I was like, who is it? So you explained, and then I asked like, oh, what he's competed before, and then obviously you said he competed this weekend and he got beat by Derek. So Derek, I feel
Yeah.
like we've mentioned Derek
Why,
not
you
long.
didn't think he looked like you didn't think he looked like he was in stage condition today then, bro? You reckon he spilled over a little bit too much?
He's just losing clothes, wasn't he? So Derek, we spoke about Derek before. Derek used to train at
Yeah.
Loughborough Pure Gym when he was a student here. So I've known Derek for a few years. Really nice guy, really, really good poser. Recently went from like being natty to going enhanced and going into like obviously doing PCA, doing enhanced federations. Very, very classic. So I think that's why he's obviously won this because in terms of like overall size, condition, it's hard to tell because I've not seen them stood next to each other.
He
But
was, mate, he was bigger. He was wider than Briz. Like there
yeah,
was a few photos that I saw. And I thought, oh, he might have won it based off shape. He's also a fair bit wider. Like his quads
yeah.
were a little bit thicker in general. Probably not as like
Got the pose
swept as
down
much
here.
as like his sweetness is developed. But yeah, he should look like a bigger dude, especially his back shot. I saw a back double bicep, and Derek's back double bicep is pretty good. So yeah, that was good. I was gonna say, mate, don't put the soundtrack on for Derek's reel because it's June 2, Worm Rider song, and you just be like, oh, this film's
To be
awful.
fair,
Fuck this song.
I actually use that. I actually use that song in the gym. That's the one part of the film that I thought this is cool
Okay, that's
because I
good
love
then.
I
That's
love
the
riding
one
worm. I love
part
riding things.
yeah, you love right, okay, fair enough. The one part of a very, very good film that you're just like, yeah, I like that. That's
Wasn't
okay.
very good. Um,
Right. After the building tour.
so this is where Tom obviously went into, and I don't know where did he come? Okay, he came second. So they've not posted it all. So Tom came second, looked really good. Um, wouldn't be able to say whether he was better than the week before or worse. I think he looks really
Yeah,
good, and he just ended up getting beaten by somebody who is also really good. So
yeah,
Lewis
fair.
Emmanuel again is another sort of he's quite a young guy, isn't he? Very very classic. Again, gone
Yeah,
from being a natty relatively recently, coached by Leon Physique Collective, and he's like just very good. Like he's got a huge amount of potential. Again, like poses really really well. Like suits the classic class really really well. Nice guy as well. I go on his page. Is he I'm sure he's a Gymshark model as well.
Yeah. Got it all, hasn't he? Like really good genetics, like Gymshark. Yeah, it's just he's got a brother who's probably even better than him, who's like 17 or
I've gone
something.
on his brothers. Yeah, his brother is. I'm on his brothers now accidentally. Here we go.
Okay.
His brother was good last year, but you could tell he was young. Obviously, he was
Yeah.
against Josh, I think, a couple of times.
Yeah.
Here he is. Yeah, Jim Sharlock.
Sick. Yeah,
He's
that's a
good.
lovely shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very, very nice shot.
it looks really good.
That was the overall lineup, I'm guessing. Yeah, Derek on the left,
Yeah,
you in the middle.
Derek, obviously Lewis, and then the guy that won the overall. Lewis is really good.
Yeah, I know he's a bit
Derek's,
further back.
Derek's condition looks better there than it did in his little in the reel.
Yeah, mate, the reels always blur out things, don't they?
But
Like, I don't think the reels ever do too
good.
much. Yeah, Derek's boots look good there, like really good.
He didn't look like I'm not saying he looked out of shape, but he didn't look that lean in the reel. Like you say, they are always like. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'd just say they're very honest.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, I think always photos. If you think about nowadays, modern phones, they almost like auto filter it.
Yeah.
It'll make everything a little bit grainier. You got real bright down lighting. Like if they were to stand outside in natural lighting, their glutes aren't going to be absolutely chiseled from head to toe. But on a photo or on a video, like they look different. Photos are always going to look a bit better.
All right, we'll go on to bodybuilding. I think that was masters. So then you've got bodybuilding short, and this is to be fair, that was a good standard. I think it was just them two, but
Yeah,
a good standard. Um, Sam Hardwick, second place, looks really good, really really good on his own. Looked great, but then obviously you put him next to Ryan, who ended up winning. Yeah, it's obviously like night and day really. Just 'cause he's a lot bigger. But we'll come on to
yeah,
Ryan because he won the overall. Um, Bodybuilding medium. Anybody worthy of noting here? David Cray, second place. Nice, good amount of muscle, nice physique. Looks like he needs to be leaner. They look quite evenly matched, to be fair.
yeah. I think he's probably just a bit bubblier. Probably
Yeah,
the only thing.
I'm just trying to see if Shannon's written anything down. Then tall class looks like he was maybe on his own because
I guess so.
they didn't put a
Yeah,
pose down. Like that's why I'm saying that. And obviously, like without being disrespectful, he wouldn't. If there was a big class with better standard, you wouldn't have expected him to win.
yeah.
Same
Why?
again.
Why is that?
If he was out of shape.
There we go. Thank you for being honest. It'll do him some good. Coaching available, guys. Link and buy.
These could be again maybe on their own. I'm not sure. But it's just again
Yeah.
it's not showing like I don't think they would be on their own because that's like three classes where it's just one person. Probably not, but it's not showing who's down. It's not showing anyone else against them. But she went on to win the overall. Yeah, Maxine McQuillan. Her name on Instagram is Jim Bunny Coaching. So she went on to win the overall. We'll come on to the overall because it's obviously like there'll be a photo of all four of them. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we basically had what trained was it trained figure, toned figure, sorry, then athletic figure. She looks really good, and then trained figure. So they were the three figure classes. And to be fair, the athletic figure and the trained figure, like they're good. I wouldn't say that's a bad standard. Like yeah, it's not an incredible standard, but it's not a bad standard. So then we go on to
They're in
men.
better they're in better condition than most of the fucking male bodybuilders.
Yeah, I absolutely find that is often the case. Um,
Yeah.
so junior men's physique looks like it was
Yeah.
just those two. Second place, Sabin obviously doesn't have a surname, so just Sabin,
Just have it.
just Sabin, yeah. And then first place, Will Matthias, really nice physique.
Yeah, he looks mint, mate. I saw him in 2022, I think, at one of the shows that I had a client do. And I remember I saw some photos afterwards. I don't even think he won. I think he got second. And I remember literally looking at some photos. Like, "Fucking hell, it looks classy. It looks really, really good." He is one of those sort of guys who this wasn't even a plan prep for him. I know that. Like his off seasons result in him getting from stage condition to like 8 weeks out. And then he does like a 5, 6 week diet and
He
he's
could
like
definitely be
pretty much
sharp,
there. Like
yeah.
this wasn't even a plan. Yeah, he definitely could be. I think, if I'm being honest, he actually looked leaner the last time he competed. Again, that's just from memory. But then also the standard gets higher year on year. So like your perception of what's impressive, especially if you've seen somebody who you thought
Yeah,
looked
but
really good
also
before,
like
you're naturally going to be like
the
could
standard
have been
in that
sharper.
class.
But he definitely could. Yeah. No, he definitely could have been better. And I think if you were to look at the overall lineup in men's physique, the guy that won, there was a photo of all of them, and it was like Will probably could have been, let's say, a fair bit sharper, and it would have been a bit of it would have been quite a close battle.
Yeah, I
But
don't
the
think
guy
he,
that won the overall, no, 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 I mean it in the way of like there was a photo comparison, and it was like Will was a lot softer in comparison to the guy that won the overall. If Will was in the same nick as him, I think it probably would have been quite a close battle. I still think the guy would have won,
yeah, I don't think
but
he's got the same amount of muscle or the maturity.
no, yeah, I agree. But it was more so like you see differences of condition when someone's fucking peeled next to you, and this guy was absolutely sliced,
Yeah.
like very, very, very good. So
So
yeah,
it's coming up here. It says Adam Nugent. I'm sure his name is Adam Wallace.
hmm.
Or
Well,
is
people
it
telling Wallace maybe like James Cook and James Cookie, mate, just different surnames, you know.
Adam Wallace? They just put his surname wrong. Wallace Jim. Yeah, he
Fair.
looks really good. So he obviously went on. So he was Masters and then went on to win the overall.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good pick. He's peeled, isn't he? Like
Looks
midsection,
great.
stupid.
Look,
Oh,
his obliques are very, very good.
yeah,
Really nice. Really good physique.
yeah. From
Well
Adam
deserved.
Nugent,
Yeah, I don't know why
big Nugent, David Nugent, mate,
David
bloody
Nugent at the
strike.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, Nugent on
Port-
top.
Portsmouth days. So David
I
Nugent
still
won
think
the
so
won
far.
the physique. Who else have we got in physique? Um, this was men's short. So second place, Carl.
Carl. Then first was Prince, I'm pretty sure.
Prince Afui.
Yeah. I always remember this guy's name. Prince. Just what a name.
He looks good. I think he'll be very good when he gets bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
I
if you
think he's
think,
made the problem is I don't know if he looks like this every year. Like he competed last year, competed the year before, I'm pretty sure.
oh really,
Like he always just yeah, he's always just really peeled, wicked midsection, like good ab detail, and like he always does really well. Like PCA seems to like him. So
got the
yeah. Well, I
potential
say
though
it seems
to
like
like. He looks like
yeah.
he's got the potential to be ridiculously good. Just needs a lot more muscle.
Yeah, definitely.
And then physique tall, third place, Scott Morgan. Second place was Dan Holbrook. He looks good.
Yeah, he does look good.
Just harder in it when they're taller, like to fill out the frame. But that's a nice physique, nice midsection.
Yeah, really nice midsection too fair.
Good smile.
Obliques are good. Yeah, good looking guy, nice hairline.
Yeah. Nice glutes.
No, really nice. It's not as good as Pierce.
I'd
No
try.
one's going to do Pierce. It's like, well,
Meant to
that's why he
be
didn't
try.
win. Yeah, they saw the side try and they were like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah, that's good. And then Matthew, he looks like a lad out of like Towie, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like
Love
only way is
Island
Essex. Like
special. Yeah.
you can imagine him just
He's
being
got a
like
good, he's
saying
got a
to a
good,
girl at the bar.
he's got a
Wait,
good
I was gonna
physique.
say you can imagine him going up to a girl like, hey, what's up, darling? Like, and then
Yeah.
giving a wink or something. You just
Why is
imagine.
his face
Like,
not
I wish
tan?
he said.
Like, looks as though he didn't get a tan, his tan on his face.
Yeah.
He
To be
looks,
fair, I'm gonna be
looks,
honest. I'm surprised. He looks good. I'm surprised he beat the guy who
nah,
like
definitely.
the guy got.
I know what you're saying in terms of maybe men's physique for PCA, but he's a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, look, when he
Oh,
hits
he's a lot better.
poses, he's actually like, I think as well, like, he's not posing to show off his condition too well. Because, like, there's a pose in a second where he
Yeah.
just transitions. Not that. Like, he could breathe out a lot more there. It's now in a second.
Yeah.
Like, he looks a lot leaner when he's in there, in between
Yeah.
poses. It's like, shit, you're actually in really good condition. He looked really good.
Yeah.
Good tan. Just obviously, I don't know why. Well, he maybe got a tan in his face, but it's just not. Obviously, it's not the same color. Right. So on to wellness. I think there's just one class for
Yeah.
wellness, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
So this was the class that Holly won. She's a fellow
Yes.
Conte athlete. They were putting in the chat, weren't they, about Holly winning? So she's coached by Jace. Second place Lorena, and then yeah, Holly won, and she looked ridiculously good. Like out of those, it was just like, yeah, she's gonna win.
Mate, imagine being at a PCA show and like seeing her backstage. Just be like, oh, fuck off, bro. Like,
Yeah,
why are you not doing two bros?
yeah,
Why are you here?
yeah, she is good. So she went
Yeah,
on to win the
she.
overall, deservedly. With with the overall for PCA, so obviously you had a
Mhm.
figure winner, and then it's almost like a bikini slash wellness winner, isn't it? So the bikini and the wellness girls go against each other.
Yeah, and then it's the more
All the figure classes, all the
muscular
figure
one.
classes go against each
Yeah,
other. So
yeah, that's how Sanaya managed to get her overall.
yeah,
That's how she managed to do that. Yeah.
junior bikini. So this was the same winner as last.
Junior, she's the same one that, yeah, who won the overall. So yeah, she won the overall the week before and then
Yeah,
did this one. Which I mean, I do get, but I also think like, is it not just a bit boring doing another PCA show when you've already like if you've won an overall, like
yeah,
give
but
it a
it's
few
because it was
weeks
a
and
first
like
time.
hope
Like I
someone.
do get it. It was a first timer show. Then you go into a show where it's against people that aren't just first timers. So I do get it. But if it was just a normal PCA show and then another normal PCA show, I'd be like,
Be
yeah,
hilarious. Imagine if that guy just was like, all right, I'm just gonna do, let's say, you know, if you were like really, really, really good, like, and you would just be like, I'm gonna do every single, let's say if you were like the best junior, you just go, I'm gonna do every single junior bodybuilding show, like for the next 6 months. You
just
could
do
just,
every single PCA show across the whole season.
yeah, yeah, literally just be like, I'm just gonna do another show, another show, and just keep doing it.
It'd be a nightmare. That's what it was like with Josh. He just kept
Yeah.
turning up and winning. So that's pretty much that for that show. So overall winners, I'm sure there's a photo. Okay, there's a reel here. I think of all of them. Yeah. So overall winners, you had in physique Adam Wallace, not David Nugent. Wallace underscore
Yeah.
Jim. For bodybuilding, oh well, let's go through the order. So wellness, you had Holly Mansfield, Holly M Fit, and then for bodybuilding, it was Ryan Gomez. His name on Instagram is My Dog Is My PT. And then you had figure overall winner Maxine McQuillan, whose name is Jim Bunny Coaching on Instagram. So that's the Saxon Classic pretty much wrapped up. I think in terms of like standout competitors, obviously you'd say Ryan, the guy that won the bodybuilding overall, and I'd say Holly. Like I'd say they would be the ones where you'd go, shit, they were good. Like obviously you've got people like Lewis, Emmanuel, and like again, like the physique winner was really good, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, did you see that guy? Whereas like that shot for the bodybuilding overall winner is very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Figure winner was good. Right. So we've got 5 minutes. We're gonna
Yep.
discuss
The granite.
the
Oh,
Granite Classic. I
I
think it's
feel like that's an awful overstatement by yourself, man. Like that's comical.
what?
Yeah, it's Granite, bro. Come on, Granite City Classic, not Granite City. Come on, man.
Granite.
Shocking.
If you were to ask, right, oh, what
Hey,
kind
do you say
of
Do you say Krispy Kreme or Krispy Kreme?
Krispy Kreme, but if someone was to ask me like, what material is this, and if it was granite, I'd say granite.
Ah,
I wouldn't say granite.
guys, please comment below. Is it granite or granite?
I'd say granite Xhaka. It's granite.
Right. So
Okay, so
granite, yeah, granite jacket. Okay, right.
the Granite Xhaka
Okay.
Classic, GCB UK
Yes.
is the federation, I believe. Granite, I think it's Granite City Bodybuilding. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the name of the federation. Right. So, in terms of main things that I've got written down. So, the first one was that this was pretty cool. So they did like a an off season off between some of these big boys up in Scotland. So you've got it's like guest posing slash guest competing. I thought it was quite a cool idea. So you've
Yeah.
got Taylor on the left, Taylor James. Here he is, Taylor James Johnson. Big fan of the podcast. We need to get him on. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
Why did I say I don't follow
Yeah.
him?
Oh, mate. No, surely you follow him.
Unless he's changed his account or something. I
What you
definitely.
said about Taylor? He came up to me in the first show. He won the overall as well
Yeah,
for the
it was
first time,
lovely. That's
and
when
he
we
was so
met.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so nice. Like he was like probably the only dude I knew backstage. And I was like,
It was really
this
cool
guy's
that you
lovely.
both won then. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was funny because before I think we spoke about it before we went on. He like I'd won I think my overall before his, and he was like, "That's sick," and I was like, "Your turn now, mate." And he was like, "Yeah, cool, let's
He
get
looked
it."
really good. That really, really good.
Yeah, he looked class. Yeah, he
So,
looked very very good.
head on the left, you've got Cammy Duncan, you've got Jack Gunn, Ross Kerr, and Andy Scott. His name's AMS Muscle, isn't it?
Yeah,
So that was really cool that they did like a bit of a pose down. I know that like the from what I've seen and the people that were at the show, they seem to say that that was like the best part, to be honest. Um, other
do you
things,
do the stuff like that? If you get the FBA or like WNBF message you and they were like, "Hey, can you guest pose like for us?"
like
Would you
no,
guest pose?
I look awful. You definitely don't want me. That's what I'd say.
Fair enough.
Maybe if I was in like a decent spot in my off season, then I'm like, yeah, why not? Like it's fun, isn't it? It's not like, oh my god,
I'd
what's
do
so
it.
good?
I'd only do it if I was like right at the back end of a diet or peak off season. Because if I'm like peak off season, I don't care. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm fat. Like it's fine. But like, if you're in between, I'd be like, no, no, no chance. But back end of a diet, cool. I'd do it. I'd be pretty fucking lean. I wouldn't turn around to the back. I'd only turn to the front. That would be it. And I couldn't get marked down because my front would be pretty fucking diced. But yeah, peak off season would be funny.
I'd
They
have
look like
to.
they got fucking Tyson. Mate, they got Tyson Fury giving
Tyson Fury
out
was
the
there giving out the awards. Yeah. So Chris
yeah.
Bain won the overall. Looks really, really good. Um, he must have beaten. So he must have beaten Steve McDonald, who turns up. He does this show every year.
He's
He
ridiculous, isn't it?
he must stay like very lean year round. Then he just does like a quick diet because he does strongman like, and he just doesn't even get that fat for strongman. But then he just turns up to this show and just wins every year. Like the people must hate him, and he's natty as well. And obviously it's not a natty federation, but he just turns up and wins. He obviously didn't win the overall this time though, which I'm sure he almost always does. But he won his class, which I believe was classic. But mate, like look at that. It's just a lovely shot. He's just got a really, really nice physique. Very good. Who's still on the table?
Fucking hell.
That looks like like a trophy that you'd get, like a side chest trophy for like
Yeah,
UKWA. Looks like that.
yeah. Definitely UK FBA, not an
I was gonna
enhanced
say,
belt.
not any enhanced federation. It definitely
Yeah,
looks,
no.
but it's a good. That's a
Yeah,
very good side chest.
yeah. No, really nice side
Right.
chest. I wonder if JT's there filming, videoing them like he was at the two bros
He
one.
only does that for the female classes.
Oh, really? Should have
Yeah.
seen my DMs, bro.
Don't
That
get
is a joke. Joke. That is a joke. That is a joke. That is not real. Please don't ban me two bros, JT.
right. Let's wrap it up with the junior class. So in terms of overall winners, there was Chris Bain and Zoe Miller, who we'll show in a minute. Um, in terms of juniors, so this is Connor. So I used to coach Connor. He
Moved on to bigger and better things by
moved
leaving
on
you.
to moved on to bigger and better things, and he's now coached by Cammy, who was I think he was a judge there. It looks like he was, but he was also one of the guys on the off season out of the off season six. So this was the top three for the juniors. So Connor came third, Logan came second, and then what's his name? Sutherland. Shannon's written it down. Lewis Sutherland. So Lewis is Tom's client, who's like
Yeah.
in very, very good condition. I know, well, I'm pretty sure these two guys are natty. I know Connor was natty when he was with me, and I'm pretty sure he still is. I think Logan's natty. He looks natty. So if you're not, I apologize, Logan. I don't know if Lewis is.
I don't think he is, but I don't know. They
Yeah, I don't.
it's like if
Yeah,
he was in that good condition for that long, I feel like you probably see a post of like he's natural when you don't
yeah. I think
see
it
that.
would be like he's natty as well. He's natty as well, and he looks this good. So I don't think he is, but yeah, I thought that was a pretty good class for that show, and I think the show, to be fair to it, is getting bigger and better every year. Because
Yeah,
obviously I've seen Steven do it like year in year out and just go and turn up and win, but it seems as though it's getting quite popular now, and I think that again, like a lot of
yeah.
people had a lot of good things to say about it. So shout out to GCB UK, it's here. Right, I'm just gonna get because I've not seen the winner. I'm gonna get Zoe up because she was the overall winner. but I've not seen anything of it. Is this it? 30th of March, so that's last week. Okay, so there's not a photo of her. Maybe it's this. 8 hours ago. First place tone figure. So she won tone figure and she won the overall. So it was good.
Yeah, yeah, she looks really good.
Got good
They just
shape.
look like pros. As good as they are getting, they just look so old school. They just literally look like they're just like a snippet from like the early 2000s. You know,
What?
with the backdrop.
Yeah.
Like it just looks like an old show. Like, and I just again, I'm not going to say that they need to get with the times, but it just does. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, the Zoom limit was reached. So finishing up the video, I was gonna just quickly get this guy up because Shannon was like, do you know this guy?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Reese has commented on his post." So
Yeah.
you obviously
Class.
know this guy.
I don't. I said I literally saw a post pop up. It's the first time I followed him. That's all I saw, and I was like, "It looks mint. Like, it looks really, really good."
He does look very good. Look at that.
Yeah, that's class. That's really good, isn't it? Like, that's genuinely like that's better than a lot of the men's physique guys we saw on the
Yeah.
weekend at two. Really good looking dude
Shorts.
as well.
Change his shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's very good.
yeah, very attractive bloke.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, things you love to see. Yeah, he looks class. Like, looks really, really good. Don't know what the fuck that guy's got on the next to him, the pink hair. That was awful. That looks shocking.
That's
Look
not
like a
that's
pro club.
shocking.
Yeah, that is bad. Dean, mate, you
Like,
have seriously, like, you've blown up. Like, whatever you've
beautiful.
been doing, keep doing it, bro. Tren, keep at it.
Do
Like, just
whatever.
keep doing more. Do whatever. Whatever you're doing, do more of it, okay? You look way better now, bro.
I think that is pretty much everybody that Shannon wrote down. You said you want to speak about
Mark?
Mark Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, Finley's client. I don't really know, to be fair. I didn't really follow too much. I know that he was ill in peak week or ill in the build-up. So Finley Roberts, my client, coaches Mark Gallagher, who I actually discovered that Gulliver has coached, I've coached, and Finley's coached. So he seems to have skipped around, and I think Gulliver helped him with posing. But I only coached him for 3 check-ins or 4 check-ins. This was like 2022, 2023. Seemed like an all right guy. I didn't really like one of those sort of clients, you just don't really click well with, and then he got into an incident or something, and I was just like, all right, cool, sorry, bro. Like, and then he signed up with Finley. But I think that was his first stage outing. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was his first show. So I think he's doing more shows in the future, hoping it goes well. Definitely could be sharper. Finley said that, like he knows it. I know there was a bit of stress going into it, but yeah, like there's not really. It's one of them. Like he looks
Need more
okay, but he
muscle.
definitely needs more muscle.
Big
Like
time.
one of those sort of dudes where it's like he's probably. I remember him saying to me, I think when he signed up, he wanted to compete, and it's like sometimes you have to play the long game. And when you look at him in comparison to other people, he's undersized and he needs more condition. And but you can only get so conditioned relative to muscle. He could be leaner, 100%, but he needs time. Like so, I can understand Finley probably saying, "Let's get you 100%, do more shows," but he is small. Like that's objective. That's a fact. Like, and that's not us being harsh or me being harsh. That's just
Yeah,
honest. So
need time.
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
So
that's
this
what I'd kind of
was
think about. Get some stage experience and then get into an off season and get fucking massive, bro.
this was Georgia. So Shannon's written here. First place, first time is Bikini Open and Mrs. Aberdeen.
Oh,
Sounds like she won everything.
yeah, clean and sweep.
So she's coached by Erin. She's
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
good, most muscular.
Really good, most muscular. Yeah.
He won some trained by JP Protein.
What flavor is it? Because most of the trained by JP way is absolute garbage. Sorry, JP, please still sponsor me in the future. Actually, oh, Conte, Reese Fit 10.
To be fair, Conte Repair is fantastic.
Yeah, Conte repair. Honestly, the Conte stuff's way better than like the Conte repair is legit. I'm waiting, mate. I haven't got my cream of rice yet. I'm waiting for that. It's
What
coming, I think,
flavors
today
did
or
you
tomorrow.
order?
Salt of caramel for weight and cream of rice.
I've got the sort of caramel cream of rice already, but I've got the white chocolate hazelnut. I'm going to try it. I'm not going to risk it for tomorrow because it's going to be before legs. I don't want to risk it if I don't like it.
Yeah, throwing up on the leg press.
I end up following loads of people on this podcast when I'm just scrolling through
Hey,
Instagram.
wait, following all these birds. Shannon's seeing this.
She followed me already. I'm going to follow people when they're mentioned on the pod.
Okay.
Shannon's writing them down for me. She's literally asking me to follow these birds. Can't say birds in the 21st century.
Yeah, that's what is it? Probably misogynistic.
Yeah, just say you got to
Like,
say you can't even say female. You got to say they.
no. Yeah, they or yeah, she you can't say. Like, we don't even know this individual might not even have been a female. She might have just won bikini because she fucking like he or she or they, you know.
They.
Imagine she's listening. She's like, "What the fuck, guys? I'm a
What are
fucking
they going
female.
on
Come
about?
on."
Right, I have covered everybody that Shannon had written down.
Cool.
I'm
That's
pretty
that.
sure.
Hope everyone's enjoyed. That's the show review. I don't know if there's any shows this weekend. I mean, like, mate, if we keep this up all year, like with how frequent these shows are coming out, the content's going to be an absolute joke. Like, we are literally going to have like podcasts every couple of days. We're
Podcast
going to have
today.
show reviews like multiple a week. Like,
What's the
it'll
date?
be good.
The date this weekend is the 13th, 14th of April, right?
Yeah.
13th,
Fingers
14th
crossed.
of April.
Fingers crossed. No fucking shows, so we can have a free Monday or Tuesday.
14th of April, Glasgow, Scotland, PCA show.
Oh, great. Sound. Yeah. See you guys next week.
You can't complain. We're
I'm
doing it
joking.
out of the kindness of our heart. People won't want to watch it if they think we're complaining. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
And apply for coaching, and we're open to donations for our time.
Yeah, we're open to.
PayPal.
We need to open a Patreon.
Yeah, we need to, or just a PayPal, like, or one of those Amazon lists, where you can buy, like, it's like the shopping list that people just buy you stuff. I see females have it all the time that I
Yeah,
just keep
so
sending money.
mate, we're going to be doing these because we've literally got Scotland PCA next weekend, weekend after Mercia PCA, first time as London, first time as Ireland on the same weekend. Then we've got 5th of May, 12th of May, mate, they're every week. They're literally every week. So
Monday,
PCA,
Tuesdays,
mate, we need to get a deal with PCA.
yeah, we should,
Right,
shouldn't
before we go, really quickly, predictions for tonight.
Football. I'm gonna say, oh, is it the Emirates? Yeah, isn't it Emirates for
Arsenal at home, City away.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. No, 1-0 Arsenal. I'm gonna go 1-0, one goal difference there, and I'm gonna go 2-2 at the Bernabeu.
I'm going to go 2-1 City away, and I'm going to say 1-1 Arsenal Bayern.
So it's going to be an exciting second leg, like bar
Yeah,
the City game. That'll be done. That'll be wrapped up.
yeah, probably. Cool.
All right. Right. Cool. Right. Catch you later, mate. Bye bye. Hope everyone's enjoyed. So like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye bye.